is Tzvi Lebetkin, your Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And amazingly, it's a bit of a quiet news day. Well, it is December 20th. So I mean, like we are basically on the run up to the Christmas holidays. Which like what's going on in England? I've really got to check the news. I don't live in England, but they keep saying we're going to sort of lock down. They're closing the pubs at 5. Really? That sounds terrible. Closing the pubs at 5. I had a Christmas tradition when I lived in England, which was like, I left in 1990s. So you can't idea how long it was. Christmas afternoon, a lot of us would go to the pub, wearing whatever terrible clothes we got for Christmas, and it was always a laugh. I mean, it was a laugh because they had alcoholic drinks then, and we were drinking, which was very fun. I kind of like going to the pub. I haven't been for years. Anyway, it's a kind of a slow news day, so we're going to get to an article which I've been wanting to get to for ages. Jodie Whittaker's interview. Jodie Whittaker's exit interview. I can't believe it. Okay, I've tried 3 times on live streams to go over it. Always gets bumped for other things. So what's happening here, baby? Again, thank God. Slow news day. I think we're all in the run up to Christmas. Oh, speaking about being in the run up to Christmas. 1 second. I've got to add this in. So right now in Israel, there's this big storm happening today, and so my wife went shopping last night to get victuals and supplies, and she got these in as well. Because lots of dried fruit and nuts and stuff like that, and a Guinness. What could all this mean? This could only mean Christmas pudding, baby. Christmas pudding! The Sabbath of Christmas. We always do Christmas dinner. I told my wife, because she's still got the mincemeat she made from last year. It stayed pretty good. I said, look, just make mince pie. You don't have to go to the problem making Christmas pudding. And this is a Jewish woman in the middle of an ultra-Orthodox community, in the middle of Samaria, married to a rabbi, and she's like, well, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without Christmas pudding. So, there's always something to have a laugh at. Fine. We're getting the article. Like, share, and subscribe. Oh, yes! Like, share, subscribe. Check out the video notes. I've just started my Substack. It's a free account. Go and sign up to it. I'm going to be opening a paid one as well. I think it'll be like $2 a month. It's kind of like a small Patreon sort of thing. You're going to get a ton of comic books for that. There's also going to be ongoing comics in the regular Substack. But basically, I'm using it as a Twitter replacement because, God, Twitter's so awful. Everybody just get off Twitter, right? Twitter is so freaking awful. But that's really the hope, the plan, that it will be a Twitter replacement. So go sign up to my Substack. As I said, I think launching maybe Christmas, maybe New Year's will be my paid one. If you like great comics, baby, and you want to throw me a couple of bucks, I won't stop you. So yeah, Substack. Oh, and also I'm on Rumble now. Go to rumble.com/rabbi on Rumble. And you can find me there. I don't really understand it. Okay, it's sort of like YouTube. But it's got it says I've done no rumble so far. I don't know what a rumble is, right? But I don't know. I think you've got to smash the rumble button because that's what they say in Crowder. But he says that's his alternative. So I'm on Rumble now. So I got my Substack started. Hopefully, if I can get my SIM card, I have a spare SIM card somewhere. I have a spare phone. I'm going to start a WhatsApp list as well. Basically, I'm just trying to find the easiest ways to communicate. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Because, I don't think there's much thought going on in this article. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And let's read it together. Okay, there's the Christmas pudding ingredients. We still love that. And here's Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker. On saying goodbye to Doctor Who. Bye! Goodbye! Have you noticed the absolute glee in the world ever seen that? I remember when it was announced that her and Chiz were going, there was genuine glee. I mean, genuine glee in the world of fandom. And if you're a fan of this era, great, fine, lovely. God bless you. Here's the weirdest thing. I had this conversation on Sabbath with somebody in my synagogue. Somebody who is a not the functionary that I really didn't like, but a much lower level volunteer functionary. And there's a I think a very important matter of Jewish law which they're breaking, and I'm like, dude, this is not my laws. These are God laws you're breaking. So, but eventually, I said to him, look, dude, you don't have to believe in this stuff. No one's making you believe. There's nobody holding a gun to you and saying you must believe in Jewish law. But this is what Jewish law is. I don't. I do not know what to tell you. Same too. With I would say the people who have been shilling for this era all the way through because Jodie Whittaker's a woman. And that's really it. Her performance has been lousy. The stories have been terrible. She has a vagina. And you felt that women were somehow an oppressed underclass in Western civilization. Really? I mean, that's the disconnect of reality we have. Right? Look, Jodie Whittaker is a blonde, college-educated white woman. Probably one of the most privileged people of all time. Oh, and then to make it even more privileged, she took on a male role to make a stunning and brave new role, redefine it for little girls. Obviously that failed, right? It completely failed. But now they're in just meltdown because they kind of got a lot of egg on their face, right? And something I've noticed is people just don't like having egg on their face, right? So with that said, let's read this interview. Jodie Whittaker saying goodbye, Doctor Who. I thought, what if I've ruined this for actresses? You absolutely have ruined it for actresses, right? I am one of the few people, right, on my side of the aisle, for want of a better word, who still would be okay with a female doctor, maybe if it was done like Doctor Who, right? I feel the character is a masculine character. One of the least masculine, franchises that there is, in that the Doctor is a big pacifist and an out-of-the-box thinker, but still a very masculine character, which I believe could be played by a woman. Just not this woman, right? Like Captain Clueless over here. Like, how does she take apart a script? And honestly, I listened to like the Big Finish extras on the plays they put out, and you hear somebody of like real talent, like Louise Jameson, right? Louise Jameson, I think, is a real genuine talent, and you hear her talk about the acting process and how she takes apart a role and how she thinks about it and understands it. It's just a different universe. It's like so unbelievably unprofessional. It's somewhat breathtaking. And I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen to her career. I mean, we just had Spider-Man No Way Home come out, which has been the greatest repudiation of woke programming ever. I mean, like, they kept saying all these things are successful, and now there's something that actually genuinely is successful. You see the difference, right? That's what this year is, narrative hitting reality. We are going to see a lot of that over the next 9 months, and we're seeing it right here, right? So yes, you have ruined it for women, right? Because I think most people are like, it's so tainted right now that it'll be like in 2005 if they had a wobbly set, right? Which I don't think Doctor Who ever really had. But if they had a wobbly set, it would have killed it. They got to get away from the stench of Jodie Whittaker, which means, yes, you have ruined it for women. Yes, that's very true. Right? That's very, very true. And you know why you did? Because you fell into every female stereotype. You were you're such an unbelievable Karen. Right. You just looked at this role as a child's role that doesn't really need any authenticity to it. Again, go and learn how to act from Louise Jameson. But if you're smart enough, and I just don't think you are, quite frankly, based on what I've seen on screen from you. I mean, I think you can play roles that you can understand, like wives and mothers, all the ones that fail the Bechdel test, but that's really all you can really do. Fine. Jodie Whittaker made history in 2017 when she destroyed Doctor Who. When she took over from Peter Capaldi and became the 13th Doctor in Doctor Who. For me, I don't think she was, quite frankly. Making her the first woman ever to play the role, breaking that glass ceiling, play the time-traveling alien with two hearts. She grew up in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire, and was apparently played. Also, the name of what they called, she was from Shetland or something. She was called a Shatlass. Tell you, never was a prophecy so profound. She says, really emotional. A trait she turned to good use for the harrowing parts, most famously in Broadchurch. Really, you just furrowed your eyebrows for a lot. I think you were surrounded by good talent, right? And I just think Chibnall got lucky. and wrote a compelling series somehow. People like a mystery. He was in Broadchurch, where he played the grieving mother alongside David Tennant himself, the 10th Doctor, yes, we are aware, who she copied relentlessly. When Broadchurch creator Chris Chibnall took over Doctor Who showrunner, he said, casting Whittaker was a no-brainer. Well, I believe that in that no thought went into it whatsoever. I think no-brainers are pretty much all Chris Chibnall can really do. Again, just judging from what I've seen on screen. The first series came out in 2018, and this year, Chibnall revealed that the two of them had a 3 years and out pact. Bullshit. Okay? Yeah, right. You thought, yeah, you thought it was going to go a lot longer. You thought it was going to go a lot better, didn't you? It hasn't. It's gone very, very badly. And I understand you keep going, oh, no, the audiences in general are down. No, they're not. Audiences in general are down for shit, which is totally normal. It's just that BBC and the entertainment industry in general makes a lot of shit. I mean, much more shit than it used to make, and much less good things that it used to make. You make something good, people enjoy it. Spider-Man, No Way Home, Call of Duty, what was that thing? The Bodyguard? I thought are they doing a new series of that? I like the first one. Exactly. 3 years are now. In July, it was announced they believe in the show after 3 specials there in 2022. Russell T Davies will return as showrunner, and new Doctor will take over from Whittaker. So, are you going to bury the lead that is the greatest display of absolute failure for this Doctor Who possible, right? Are you going to mention that? No. Her final 4 series, subtitled Flux, ends on December 5th. Thank God I don't have to plow through any of those anymore. Although Star Trek Discovery, which is what I'm doing right now, is freaking nightmare, okay? I've broken that down. I have to do that in like 10 to 15 minute chunks. So I don't try and shoot myself in the face as I watch it, right? Because it's so bad. It's so unbelievably bad. In summer, you said you were filled with grief. Well, we were all filled with joy, darling. At the end of your run, yeah, we're all filled with joy. Again, a run that's been so successful, you lost 75% of your audience and had to bring back the original showrunner to try and fix the utter mess that you have made. It's been a few weeks since you filmed your last scene as a Doctor. How are you feeling? Well, we're feeling great, darling. We're feeling fantastic. Let's see how you go. I've lifted you out of the form with Mandip Gill. What, you had a bit of phone sex, was it? Because that's really what you keep intimating is normal and nice for you guys. Like, oh, I don't want to be close-minded. It's been 4 years of my life. Darling, it feels like 40 years of my life, okay? It's been a long freaking time. My grief in saying goodbye to the job is one thing. My joy in you saying goodbye is a totally another. But it won't feel like the end until it's the end. I know. You still got 3 more episodes to go. I know. It doesn't feel like, but we're hopeful. Tell you, as soon as Russell Davies starts tapping those ivories and of his typewriter and whacking out production notes, you're gone, darling. I'm just so excited that we're not getting more of the same, and we're not getting more of the same. Look, if Maxine Appleton or any of these diversity hires had taken over, I would say there's no hope whatsoever. Russell Davies, I just think a talented person has no choice but to do something talented. And I think even in his most delusional, deranged estate, which will be years and years, still compelling drama, right? Even though it was based on Russell Davies' utter terror at Donald Trump becoming president. And again, look what's happened in the past year. Everything they said would happen under Trump didn't. We prospered and prospered and prospered, and everything they said would happen under Trump did happen now over the past year. How much egg is going to be on your face? I'll tell you exactly how much egg. Again, because I'm a Bible thumper, I believe in God, and I think God is going to continue to reiterate the point over and over again until everybody gets it. So however much that takes, that's how much this is going to go, okay? London did end. it's the everydayness of people. Oh, no, I don't want to boom. It's the everydayness of these people and this atmosphere and this group. Yeah, you may have all had the jolliest time ever. You made shit and you destroyed Doctor Who, right? Yes. I mean, destroyed it completely. I don't know. I believe it'll come back, but I'm a crazy optimist. I also believe in God, okay? So listen, in the comments, and please do comment, when you say, no, it won't come back, I also believe in God, okay? So you're gonna have a lot of trouble convincing me not to have faith in Russell T Davies when I believe in something I can't actually see. But I find myself monologuing at various people on WhatsApp. Oh God, what a nightmare that must be. Checking that they miss me. We don't miss. WhatsApp me, baby. Join my WhatsApp list. If someone gets set up, join my WhatsApp list. Join my Substack, darling, and you can be informed of how much I don't miss you, right? How much do I not miss you? Not that I'm irritated that I'm still talking about you, okay? I am very, very happy that you're going. Am I being ambiguous? I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just have to ram things home for people to understand. The guy I was talking with on this Sabbath, he was like, well, the points you're making are like 3-year-olds. I'm like, yes, 3-year-olds understand this. You know, it's only when you get older and you can bullshit yourself that the bleeding obvious gets a bit confusing. That honestly, that's why I like animals. That's why I like being with dogs. Have you ever seen a dog lie to himself or anyone else? No, it's like trying to the idea when the who was it when they arrived in America and they bought land from Indians. Indians were like, what? You want to buy land? But nobody can buy land. Okay, we'll take that. Do you want to buy the sky too? I'll do you a deal. You can have both. And then they found what it meant. That didn't work out so. Checking that people miss me. We don't. Madam had to take blue ticks off because I'm exhausting. Oh, right. Bloody hell. And she seems like your bestest friend ever, and she doesn't want to deal with you either. Bloody hell. I'm intrigued to know what a future career is going to be like. Like, really, is there going to be a mea culpa from the entertainment industry that said, well, we can't hire these people anymore? Is she going to be doing GoFundMes to survive? I imagine she's good in theatre. Maybe. I mean, I know. And she seems to have done that, but I can't imagine the entertainment industry not supporting her. It's saying of a drawn-out farewell. Yes, we know, because Flux ends and you've still got 3 specials. Why? Like, what? Why? Why? Like, it must be Russell T Davies said he can't come back before 2023, right? If he said he'll come back in 2022, you wouldn't get these 3 specials. I think for the franchise, it's better to do nothing than do more of the same. Although people are delusional, right? Liz Cheney in America, she's a Republican, whether the Tory side, and she hates Donald Trump, right? She is so on the side of the Democrats, and she's hated by other Republicans. And at the moment, she's been in the middle of being primaried, which is you've got to get nominated by your party to be put up for election. And she's not going to get nominated because people absolutely hate her. So why am I mentioning this right now? Because people are delusional. She also flew about 3 or 4 weeks ago in the middle of winter to this tiny town in New Hampshire or somewhere. Why? So she can meet with people to start her presidential campaign. Like, how delusional do you have to be to think that you're going to be president? I mean, you're reviled by your own party, but like, same thing with the entertainment industry. Like, how delusional do they have to be? Pretty darn delusional, but I think they are. What was it? Once they've decided on the next Doctor, announce that, then it'll become really real. Oh, please, let it be really real. Let it be really real now. I don't think they've cast a Doctor yet. I wouldn't be surprised if what's his name? I remember the name of the guy. Amari Douglas is on the shortlist. I wouldn't be surprised at all, and I think you could probably end up clinching it. It all depends what other candidates there are. I think Patterson Joseph, absolutely fantastic actor. You ever seen the 90s Neverwhere? He was in that playing the Marquis de Carabas. And when you watch him, he's kind of like a much cooler version of Colin Baker's Sixth Doctor. Wow, I wish that was Doctor Who, but he's been a great actor. I think he might be a bit old now. But like, he was in the running. He was the rumored successor to David Tennant, and then Matt Smith got cast. It's basically whoever comes into the room who's the best. I mean, that's really the bottom line. But I imagine that Murray Douglas is in with a very good shot. The way they shot the last day was brilliant because they shot it in order. We never do that. I know my last shot was my last shot. What, the one where you regenerated or died when we filmed it? It was necessary for my head to make sense. Oh yes, I imagine they got to quite a lot for things to make sense in your interesting labyrinthine head. Okay. How do you feel? How do you know? Do you know how you'll feel when there's a new Doctor? I mean, it's a patronizing sense, what? But I think it will be more like a maternal thing. Really, like again, there are stories and famines of mothers who eat their babies, right? Look, if you know history, that's actually true. If you don't maternal in that way, yeah, okay, fine. Even if 20 years older than me, I am. There'll be a thing of knowing, you're gonna have the best time and you're gonna smash it. What, do you really think you smashed it? I mean, you smashed it in that you destroyed it. Do you really? I mean, honestly, how do you think it went, darling? How do you think it went? I have to tell you, losing 75% of your audience is not really renowned as being successful. But let's pull up the ratings chart. Let's pull up her ratings chart for her entire time in Doctor Who. Okay, let's see her version of smashing it. Okay, it is. Zoom out. Yeah, that's you smashing it, okay? That's what smashing it looks like. No, that's what complete failure looks like, right? That's what complete and total ignominious failure looks like. Okay, ooh, I'm gonna smash it. Zoom in a bit. Blink. Even though Tony's older than me, but it's a good thing for me now. It hasn't been cast, and I don't know what to, and I don't have to know about it. Well, darling, it didn't seem like you know about much. So it's still mine. Ooh, it's all mine. No, it's not. No, it's not. You really, Doctor in name only, darling. If you are absolutely opposite to the character of the Doctor, it ain't the Doctor. So it's mine, which is really lovely for me because it means that I have my joy of sharing the season and going. I hope everyone's enjoying it. Okay, this is from what, 2 weeks ago. It's been universally panned, right? When is this from? It's been universally panned, right? This is from December 4th. Okay, 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago. It's done very badly. It had a bad commercial and critical reception. No one's enjoying. I mean, I was enjoying it because I was vindicated for it. But still, I would much rather not have been, right? And honestly, just like, why can't they just admit the truth that it's failed? What they really should have done is done a 6-episode season of 6 individual stories with Joe Martin's Doctor doing doctory things written by people who know how to write Doctor Who, right? And then at the end, have Jodie Whittaker turn up and explain the whole timeless travel thing. Boom, done, claim victory, and just move on from this disaster. Chris Gilmore said that you and Matt have made a secret video for the crew. Ooh. What did that involve? Are there tongues going places that they shouldn't do? They shouldn't go, or they very much should. That's never going to see the light of day. I'm quite into a power ballad. Oh God! Oh no! Please, Finally, you come up with a video. I want to see less than lesbian sex with a Mantic Gill and Jodie Whittaker. Oh God! Power ballad. So it was a music video, and we shot it on location after work one night. It was absolutely pissing down. Again, I remember Billie Piper 15 years ago wouldn't smoke in public, wouldn't swear because she knew she was a role model for children, right? Jodie Whittaker doesn't know anything. It was pissing down. That's lovely, darling. We roped in a couple of people into it who were sworn to secrecy. We wanted a cheesy goodbye with photos from the last 4 years. Why not do pictures of Phantom crying? Right, that'll be a reasonably good representation of your time in the TARDIS. Once the series comes out, I'll probably get Mandit to put it up on our Instagram. Oh, please do. Please do that. Please, that'd be a great Christmas present on Instagram. It was my finest work. Well, really, I've seen your Doctor Who work. None of that was. Of course, now she reckons I'm an excellent lip syncer. That's really not a skill. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not really a skill. I can pretend to sing a song using somebody else's talent. Yeah, no, that's not really a skill. I think it basically summed up mine and Mandit's personalities. Yes, lip syncing, absolutely. In a sense that I'm sentimental and she's hilarious. Really? This is the face of hilarious. You think, really? No, she doesn't look like she's hilarious. You look like a couple of Karens, darling. I mean, you really do. She's got a very good funny bones. And I mean, it's not normal. It's a not normal goodbye gift, is it? Oh God, you know what she's like? Oh, she's like one of these people who think they're funny. Hey, I'm a card, me. Oh, I'm a card. Oh, I'll say it. God, those are the worst people. Those people are universally Millhouse. Okay, that's who they are. It sounds like a great now I went into Jodie voice. It sounds like a great goodbye gift. No, it doesn't. So you had the wrap party. It was really good. It was fancy dress as well. You know, you're in Doctor Who and you're wearing, fancy dress as you. Okay, fine. Keep moving on. It was fancy dress as well, and I go all out. Really, well, you didn't do that with your acting, darling. I take it really seriously. Again. Didn't do that with your acting, darling. I spent more time working out the bloody music video and my costume than some of the other things I should have been prioritizing as a 39-year-old woman. What, like your job? Yeah. Oh, I didn't prioritize doing anything about Doctor Who because they wanted it to be a stunning and brave woman. Oh, so stunning, so brave. Oh, icky thump. Stunning and brave woman. Where are you? 39 woman. Weirdly, it was one of those things where the night was great, but you've had your best times because your best times have been 4 years of unexpected moments. Well, we've had a few of them over here. Yeah, 4 years of unexpected moments. Doctor, can you inspire me? I'm feeling scared. No, I'm socially awkward. Yeah, we've had a few of those unexpected bloody moments. Yeah, who expected that? I really didn't. When I try and predict what Christian was Doctor Who is going to be, I think of the absolute stupidest, worst thing possible, and it's always worse. My brain isn't big enough to think of how absolutely crap it's going to be, which is quite impressive, if I may say so. I think it's pretty darn impressive. Unexpected moments, and then there's the thing. Then there's the things that go with the job that you can't imagine. What, like reading scripts and remembering things and making sense. Like random interactions you have with people who've been watching it for years. You're shit, Jodie! Oh, I know you like me. No, you're shit! Oh, I like this random interaction. Oh, God. That's probably what they're like, right? They're probably like... longer than I've been alive. For more years than my IQ. What, you mean 12? That's unbelievable. It was so much more than a part, which you pissed all over, right? Really? If it was so much more than a part, why didn't you try and do a better job with it? And seems to be a reasonable question. Must have felt like a lot of pressure at times, but I'm sure you're stunning and brave, and you overcame it. The most heightened point of pressure was Madison Square Garden, September 2018 at New York Comic Con. You notice you didn't go back. That was before any of your episodes aired. You notice you never went back. You know why? Because you'd have some more of those random interactions. Your shit, Jodie! Oh, I keep on. Thank you. The very first episode being shown live in front of a massive audience and went... Yeah, I'd love to see that audience watching The Timeless Children with you there. Okay. What would you prefer? Jodie Whittaker doing the Tom Baker, have I got the right speech from Genesis of the Dalek? Oh, do I have the right? Or Jodie Whittaker in front of a live studio audience getting their first reactions to The Timeless Children? Oh, it's got to be the second one, right? It's got to be the second one. Oh, yeah. And then when she goes to fight, I worked it out. Then when she goes to try and justify herself and prove that she actually can act, right? Then get her to do the Genesis of the Dalek speech, and you get a 2 for, right? 2 for 1 there. Go on. It was the very first thing, so blah, blah, and I went and sat next to my husband, and I absolutely, God, I just thought, there's this crowd of Whovians who are really excited and full of love and support. Where are they now? Oh yeah, you've chased them away, haven't you? With by being so stunning and kind. How did genocide go for you? Okay, we'll talk about that later. And I was like, what if I pitched this so badly wrong? You had, but we couldn't tell on that first episode, right? We all gave you the benefit of the doubt. We gave you. We thought you'll be good. You absolutely had. Try and do that with episode 5, right? The Sudunga Conundrum, whatever. Oh, God, I hate this. Okay. Well, I've ruined it for actresses. Yes, you have. And this is another liberal progressive trait, right? Which they all do. They all scream victory at the first moment humanly possible, right? They always like, oh, yeah! And, right after a first episode, they say, I proved I didn't break it. Really? Really? Because I have to tell you, darling, I think this is what breaking it looks like, right? I didn't break it. I think that's what breaking it looks like. I think you did. But you couldn't really tell that first week, could you? The second week was a bit of a giveaway when you lost 2 million. And then, down it goes. Man. And it kept going down, and it kept going down. And this is with them changing the way they report the ratings. It's unbelievable. Until, how many? She now has Doctor Who Flux has the 3 lowest rated episodes of the, it's McCoy. And again, I think that's bullshit. She has the 3 lowest rated episodes, but I think all the lowest rated episodes now are Jodie, aren't they? Because so much stunning, so much brave. It felt like a lot of pressure. Because I know full well that when the lads were cast in part, they weren't representing men. Well, did they go around talking about their representation constantly? Right? Did every media piece say Matt Smith, the first Matt Smith to be cast in role? No. That's all you talked about, right? And remember that last ad before your episode there where you broke the glass ceiling and you made the goofy face into camera? Yeah, that didn't age very well now, did it, darling? And honestly, everything you touch turns to excrement. I mean, look at what was that thing called again? The Doctor Who interactive show that they are so happy got a flood and then they couldn't take the insurance and run with it. Well, I can't remember what it was called, right? But like they put Jodie front and center of that. How'd that work out for you? Exactly. And again, don't tell me audiences in general are falling. Go and see Spider-Man No Way Home, right? I was in a packed theater of screaming teenagers, and that's really the best way to see that movie, I think, even though I couldn't hear a lot of it. Represent their own personal casting. The way it was described in every outlet was not, can Jodie Whittaker play the part? No, it can't. It was, it's the woman. I suddenly thought, have I hindered us? Yes, you have. Have I held us back? Yes, you have. Because we filmed the first series and I really loved it. I said, how is that a metric? for anything. Ooh, I really loved it. I mean, how is that a freaking metric for anything? I really felt confident all the way through. Then there was a moment you go, oh, God. Well, really? I don't think you'd say, oh, God, because I don't think you really believe in God. I don't think the backlash to Doctor Who being one was necessary there in the way that people anticipated, though. No, because there is a supply and demand problem with bigotry, right? People like Whittaker, people like The Guardian, all they want to say, we live in an intrinsically bigoted society. We live in a fundamentally bigoted society which hates women and black people. However, they find it very hard to find evidence of this bigotry, which is why you get it made up all the time, right? I mean, again, her looking at the glass ceiling breaking and goofing into camera. What barrier to entry is there to being female to pretty much anything nowadays? Right, really? Again, 50 years ago, that wasn't the case. But is that the case now? It's been the case. There was that one movie I was watching, had Denzel Washington and Jessica Chastain, and they were in it was from recent. It was like 5-10 years ago, and they were in a relationship. You couldn't have that today. The anti-racist love segregation, which is a bit weird, all things considered. I don't think wasn't everything no bras in the TARDIS or stuff like that. Yeah, no, there wasn't that stuff like that. Exactly. There were people who thought that you were a diversity hire and this was identity politics, who were proved completely correct because you are absolutely incapable of performing the role. Stuff like there was no noise like that about everything. It's not, and I have to tell you, we have a propensity right now of calling everything woke. It's devaluing the term. You have to. Honestly, I try and look at things in their own on their own terms. So you have a show like Raised by Wolves, for example, which has a female protagonist and a somewhat cucked black man in it, right? Which are very liberal, progressive tropes, right? But because it's done with real talent and intelligence, it's not woke, right? Nicholas Briggs, voice of the Daleks, has an original audio drama called The Human Frontier, which is packed full of woke tropes. But I don't think it's woke, right? I don't think it's woke. Oftentimes you're using identity to cover up a lack of talent, but if there's not covering up a lack of talent, I don't think that's woke. That's not the kind of thing that affects me day to day. As soon as the first episode goes, is either your cup of tea or it's not. Well, that's not really the case. We wanted to be our cup of tea, and it wasn't, right? You realize that you're not representing anyone other than yourself. So why did you keep saying that you were? Oh, I know why. Because you thought it was going to work, but it didn't, did it? So then you get the amazing Joe Martin, another incarnation of Doctor. Nope. And then it's a really old news about me. Yes, it was old news about you very quickly, wasn't it? And hopefully in the next 15 generations, Doctor, we never have to chat again. Because I really believe Rusty Davies is going back to a bloke playing the role, right? I think there's going to be a spin-off with a female-led spin-off. Look, what I've heard is there's four different shows being worked on at the same time, which I find somewhat unlikely. But one of them being a Sarah Jane Adventures type thing with Ace instead of Liz Sladen. So I think we can see that sort of thing going. But again, was the Sarah Jane Adventures woke? I don't think so. Female lead, who was pretty much great and everything. But no, she was just a great character that we loved. I'm delighted it was mine, but it never has to happen again. Thank God, yeah, because you probably have killed it for women, right? Probably can't happen anymore. Matt Smith said when he became the Doctor, the shift in your life is extraordinary because it crosses generations. Have you found that? I don't think you cross many generations, right? I don't think you cross many generations because people don't like you very much. I've been friends with David Tennant since Broadchurch, which is way after Doctor Who. 5 years. At no point when we were out did people come up to him and say, "Go, you're that guy from Broadchurch." They all went, "You're the doctor," and that was left after, and that was after he left. That was years after he left, because he made somewhat of an impression on the role. I mean, you did too, but not in a good way. Not in a good way. So I became very aware of the culture of it, but not quite aware enough to actually sit down and watch this show, this important show, this important role, so you can get any idea of it. No, you just played it like a Teletubby. Some viewers are very young. I don't think you've done any roles before this that were age appropriate. Christmas family film, Get Santa, is the only thing I've done that is family friendly in that way. Well, listen, your Doctor Who's not that family friendly. I adore that side of it because I am a massive fangirl. Of what? Of Doctor Who? Are you a fangirl of Doctor Who? No, I don't think you are. I'm really into Brooklyn 99, and at Comic-Con, the entire cast were there. Yes, that's it. Everything, does it, darling? Yes, you're a fangirl of Brooklyn 99. And I like Brooklyn 99. 99, I should say. I was beside myself. I just want to quote their lines at them. Oh, I bet they found that fantastic. I bet they loved every minute of that. I find escapism of music, film, and television has been my outlet for my noise. The chat man. So what have we done, darling, for the last 4 years? Really, a lot of people like the escapism of Doctor Who. A lot of people love Doctor Who. Right? How's our escapism been? No, you got to wag your bloody finger and say, men! Oh, silly men! The white male patriarchy has destroyed the world. No, that is bollocks. That is bollocks that you've told yourself to make yourself feel better about yourself, because you have no virtue. This is why people virtue signal, because they have none. I was beside. Okay, I find this blah blah blah. The chat, which is quite hyperactive all the time. You need some Ritalin then, darling. It's been my outlet all my life. So from that side, being able to share it with the generation was the most joyous thing about Doctor Who to me. For everyone and anyone who does it, and it doesn't exclude. You excluded white men. What do you mean? You went to great pains throughout your entire run to say white men are bad, except when you got to Doctor Who Flux, and only then because you noticed, this, right? You noticed this little trend, right? Maybe those white men you didn't like could be the reason this rating is so terrible. And it's not just white men, it's women also quite like white men as well, right? It's like most people kind of like being happily married or in a relationship, right? Most people enjoy that. Most people like, the opposite sex. But no, no, we got to stop the patriarchy. George, it shines a light on outsiders being in the inside. Shines a light on the outsiders being on the inside. And I really love that. You're not an outsider. You're one of the Twitterati. You want a blue check mark on Twitter. You're the most insider there can be. And that's why you're the ultimate conformist, right? You're such because you think that you're a rebel. Hey, I'm a coward, mate. Oh, I'm a bit of a cut up. Yeah, I know you are, darling. Are you aware of the shipping that goes on around the Doctor and her assistant? Never heard the term. Oh, God. Shut off! Will you shut up? Do I have that picture? Where's that picture? I think I have it. Wait, let me try and find it. There's quite a good, I think, Photoshop shipping picture. Desktop. Oh, hang on. Is this it? Over here? Oh, 1 second. I think I might have found it. No, that's not. Oh, here it is. There we go. Really? Really, darling? Yeah, I've never heard the term before. Oh no, we're over here, aren't we? It's an internet thing when you ship two characters, you want them to get together. Mandip's on social media, so I've been aware of it. Well, I thought you said never heard the term before. Oh, right, you're a lying Karen. Okay, now I remember. It's probably been based on the fact that every time me and Mad are photographed, my arm is forever draped over. And did you notice the strong lesbian overtones of your characters in Doctor Who Flux and Revolution of the Dalek? Did you not notice that they've written the character of Yaz like she wants to shag you? Right? You didn't pick up on that? Really? It was a little bit obvious, darling, and let me tell you, the people are not happy that they aren't shagging. You can base it on the fact that I absolutely adore her and enjoy having sex with her. I absolutely adore her. I'm never going to be more than a foot away from her in real life. What? She's got to have you a foot close to her throughout her entire. Then you are gay for each other. You know, like I'm just going to I'm just going to take a shit there, Jodie. Oh, come with you. Can you stay on the other side of the door this time? No. Okay. Which Doctor Who baddies are creepy in real life? When there's a group of weeping angels and you don't know which ones are actresses and which are statues, and in between takes, and somebody will scratch their face, you're like, ah! And when a troop of Cybermen are power walking towards you, there's something like that. They've earned their presence. You haven't. That can take your breath away. Darling, your performance has often taken my breath away. Okay, I think we can agree on that. In terms of what will you do next? What? Again. I believe McDonald's is hiring. Nothing's going to be quite like this, is it? Yeah, do you want fries with that? Can I supersize? Can I supersize that? You probably screwed that job as well. It's not. It's been the most unique thing of all, like being employed. So there's going to be nothing that I read that makes me go, oh, it's a bit similar, or I feel like I've done that. Oh, okay, fine. Really, what Doctor Who does is make you feel like everything is interesting. Nothing you did in Doctor Who was interesting. Right, you were the least interesting Doctor Who of all time. Oh man, when I did my recap, was it season 11, 12? I literally fell asleep. I kept falling asleep while I'm watching it. I had to wake myself up and write notes all the time to keep myself, because it was really boring. Everything. I suppose in a way I've been scared of comedy. Not as scared as I am of using comedy, because it's never been something I've ever done. Really, it feels very particular, not peculiar. Talented world. Yes. Comedy is tricky to do. My confidence has always been in drama. I think that we can call that misplaced confidence now, don't you? I've done a lot of crying, we noticed. Doctor Who has a bit of everything. Yeah, I was shit over here, I was shit over there. That's true. You were shit in many, many ways. Has a bit of everything, so I feel like I don't ever want to shut myself off to anything. How about shut yourself off to everything? Put yourself in a closet, darling. You know, remember that special COVID message you did from inside your closet? Stay there. And like really, the self-congratulation for doing that. Meanwhile, Emily Cook for free made so many better Twitter, YouTube shorts. That I just said and she just threw them all up, and that was all you could do, and that warranted what, a 3 or 4 page article in Doctor Who magazine. We got to help the children. Trust me, darling. Stay away from the children. They don't like you. You know how I know they don't like you? Because they're human beings, and human beings, generally speaking, don't like you. Again, look at your ratings. My confidence bit of drama. Okay. So I feel like I don't ever want to shut myself for anything. Also, I'm lucky. I've just got home. I don't have to worry about that yet. Yeah, let's see you in a couple of years. Let's see you after a few GoFundMe so you can pay the bills. They've just announced a sequel to Attack the Block. Are you in it? Oh, really? I love Attack the Block. I wonder if John Boyega's in it. I'm not. But I bloody better be. Why? Why? Okay. I really want to be an extra, and now I'm unemployed. Get used to it. I'm definitely writing to Joe Cornish because, God, yeah, he's got to have you on block, darling. Because I love that film. I liked it as well, despite you. Even I just walked past the lens and I'm blurry. I want to be in it. Okay, well, it's not really about what you want, is it, darling? You did an early episode of Black Mirror called The Entire History of You. Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't bad. About people being able to record and rewatch memories. What is your relationship with tech like? You're not on social media. I don't imagine her relationship with tech is that good. Okay? I think it might be a bit Karen-esque. Okay? I think that's what we could be looking at. That episode is my idea of hell. I don't want technology being invented. Okay. This is great for somebody who's a stunning woman of science. I think we've gone far enough, thank you. I've never joined Facebook, not out of process, but I didn't know how to do it. I just didn't join it. And then there was a point when you're too old. With Twitter, I just felt, well, I've not got a Facebook page. I'm not going to join Twitter. Instagram's the next thing, and even that's a bigger, and that's even a bigger jump to me. It's just a natural progression. If I have stuck, I just don't think you've got anything to say. If I haven't started, and I'm all right with that, I can totally appreciate it with my geek stuff. I miss out on so many things, but it leads to having a less noisy head, darling. If you're on social media, you might find out what people think of you and your performance, and it's not complimentary. Okay? It's not complimentary. Okay. Does it help with your noisy head? What? Does what help? Oh no, bigger jump to me. But what I get out of it is less noisy head. Does it help with your noisy head? I think I believe my own hype. Well, you do. You certainly do. And I believe my own shite. Darling, you're Doctor Who. Please don't talk like that. I like being flawed. Well, thank you. You must like you a lot then. We're all flawed, apart from any female or black character on TV. I want to have flaws in people in my life. Again, so why was there no flaws in your Yaz's character? I'm not interested in perfection. That's the only characters that you're allowed to play now. And I think I would absolutely go down a rabbit warren trying to present some form of perfection that isn't realistic. So I'm just not going to. That's your entirety of your role. That was the entirety of your Doctor and Yaz. Both of you we saw demonstrably shit on screen, right? Absolutely shit on screen. And you kept saying you're the bestest ever. Well, okay, I don't know how. How will you watch the last episode of Doctor Who? With joy. Big party. Da 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 da. Hey. Goodbye. I'll definitely watch some. I definitely want some ceremony around it. Like again, how about like that jazz tune from the beginning of Live and Let Die? Bit of that. My best mates up north for my very first ever. They had their own premiere. People bought the kids and they walked in. It was like they all had Dove costume on. None do a Doctor Who, of course not. Just whatever was in the back of a cupboard, and they were videoing it. Okay. And I did notice throughout all the videos that they were just sat chatting through my episode. That's probably why they didn't think it was shit. Okay, so I think I think what I might do is make everybody come round and do that and go, shh, watch me on this bit. Oh God, yes, I can see you do that. We don't get to see the episode before they go out. Really? Oh, there she goes. Really? That's the first thing they do. I got sent my very first episode, but none of the rest. I'm not sure if I asked they'll probably send it to me. Don't they give you a link? But I don't want to watch it on my laptop. You don't have a smart TV, really? Well, of course you can, but you don't know you can connect them because you're a Karen. I forgot. I want to watch it on the television. Oh, God. Because of that, it's brand new to me. And I love that. Yeah, we all hate it. I watched it like an audience member. Really, we all hated it. We all absolutely hated it. So I'll make sure there's lots of us, if we're allowed a group, if we're allowed it, and if we're allowed a group, they will be silent. Okay. Yes, that's probably true. That's probably true. Then they will be silent, like mouths open in amazement. Yes, I can absolutely see that happening. Fine. Oh man, that was nearly an hour. That was a long video. Oh, but we had to do it. We had to. Slow news day. I was going to do the best Doctor Who, Christmas Doctor Who, which normally is Big Finish. There's a few of the Christmas specials which I've liked. So probably that's going to be. I got a live stream tomorrow. That's probably going to be Wednesday's video. Something a bit Christmassy because 'tis the season, and I do like a bit of Christmas. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin. Like, share, subscribe, join my Substack. Rumble me on Rumble. Or whatever that may be. I don't know what that means. And hopefully I have my WhatsApp list started shortly. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.